Okay, my name is Kara Kading, and I have been a wellness educator for a little over 8 years now. And this is such a fun class to teach. We call it I Have My Oils Now What, or I Have doTERRA Now What. Basically, you've gotten started. And now, what's the next step, right? How do we understand the doTERRA lifestyle? How do we incorporate it into our daily routine? How do we make it not scary? And something really fun to be able to do and great for your whole entire family. So we'll break it down. We'll make it very easy. Anything, again, you can put in the chat for any questions. I'll answer those at the end. And who knows, maybe I'll answer it as we go through right now. So you started somewhere, whether it was like a starter kit, whoever invited you to this, you got started somehow, right? And so maybe it was the oils that captivated you. Maybe it was the whole wellness foundation. We have, of course, two different avenues to be able to go down when we're talking about that wellness foundation. A lot of my customers now are starting with the VMG, right? It's amazing. And so this is all your vitamins, all your minerals, all your greens in one easy, once a day sachet that you just add to water. And it is so easy to incorporate into your daily routine. So I put a quick little routine and schedule up there. We will have a video shortly also about just talking about that foundational wellness and how to incorporate that into your daily routine. But this is a great way, of course, to get started with doTERRA. Or maybe you picked the oils and now you're like, okay, well, what else? I'm loving Breathe. I'm loving On Guard. Like, what else can doTERRA offer for me? And so I always steer people in this direction because our foundation of health and wellness is so important. So you can either get your lifelong vitality either in a drinkable form with the vitamins, minerals, greens, and the plus there means that there's also essential oils in there. Or you can do the lifelong vitality pack. This is what we've had, since the beginning. And this is actually in a pill form. So it's whole food. Both of them are whole food. But this is how you're, whatever avenue. And it's interesting. We've had the lifelong vitality again, like since for as long as I can remember. And there are still people that, like, I just had a new customer on Sunday that we were talking about the VMG, and she's like, I'm not good with drinking things. I'm better with pills. So this is why rest assured that doTERRA will always offer both options, just because people's preferences and their routines are completely different, right? So we want to make sure that we can fit this to accommodate everybody. But this is your foundation, and it makes such a difference. doTERRA, of course, is incredible, and what they offer for us is incredible with the offerings of the supplements. So maybe you started there, and that's okay. So this will be more focused on like the essential oils and like what to do with them, and how to get comfortable with using them. The supplements are great because they are very kind of like self-explanatory, like right on that little VMG sachet on the back, it will tell you exactly what to do with it. And it's so easy. 2 minutes in your morning, it's going to change everything. But when we're talking about your actual essential oils, whether you got them, here or in the rollerball form, there's some key things to know just to make your life a little bit easier. One thing that is life-changing with your essential oils is being able to make sure that you have your stickers, okay? These are so fun and make a big difference, of course, when you're trying to find your oils. So when you log into your account, you'll be able to just Google, or not Google, you're not going to Google. You're going to use the search bar and just looking for stickers. And as you can see, I've used several of these, and I've purchased several that I have them down in my office. And then I also have them up here in the bathroom is where we keep most of our oils, just so it's really easy to get them stickered on the top. And this just makes it really easy to find your oils. So like when they don't have a sticker on the top and they're all sitting pretty like on your on the counter, on a shelf, whatever, it's really hard. You have to pick up every single one to know what it is. And so get the sticker on there. Okay. That's super easy to do, and it's going to just change your life. So you can decide how you want to be able to organize your oils. I like to put them in alphabetical order. My daughter likes to put them, color coding them. So I came home one day and she had like taken everything that I had in alphabetical order, and then she put them all by color, and it was very pretty, but it took me a long time to try to find my oils. I just wasn't used to it. And so I ended up just putting it back into alphabetical order. That made it so much easier for me. But everybody's different, right? You can obviously organize them how you wish. And then also, yes, Jennifer just made a really good point. Like when you're making a roller ball, I don't think I have an empty one here, but whenever I'm making a roller ball, okay, and I'm putting oils in there, we'll talk about making a roller ball in a bit. Stick on these little stickers of what oils you put in here, because you will not remember what you put in there. Okay. You might think you will, but I have these roller balls all over the house, from the beginning where I was like, I don't remember what I put in there, and I'll be smelling it and trying to figure out what it is. It's so much easier. Just stick those stickers on there and you'll know exactly what's inside. So super easy to do. There's two different ones. One has all the blends on it, and then one has all the straight oils. So make sure you get like one of each sticker sheets just to make your life so much easier. Having a reference book, I really call this like your essential oil Bible, is so important. So we have a lot of great ways for you to be able to get information. Of course, make sure that you're folded into one of our Facebook groups. Usually when you first start off with doTERRA and you get enrolled, the person will make sure that you have some form of a reference book. And then you might want to upgrade. Like I have this really big mother right here, like this big one. And so it's it's almost like a coffee table book. And so I had to purchase this myself. It's a little expensive, obviously, to be able to like give to brand new customers, but everything is in here. So you want to make sure that you have a book that, and most of these do, will list health concerns. And so you can look up the health concern. It will tell you what are the top recommendations, which top essential oils are going to be supportive for that health concern. And when you look at that, don't think I have to use all five of these or all three of these. Like those are the top three or top five. So if you don't have one, then there's always going to be another option. Okay. So don't feel like you have to use them all. But those are going to be your top ones. So it's going to have the health concerns usually listed in the front. And then it will also break it down by the oil itself. So if you're like, why did I buy lemon? What am I going to do with that? Get comfortable with using these reference books and checking it out, right? And the website, the doTERRA website's also phenomenal, loaded with education on every single essential oil and product. There is so much there. It's amazing. But for me, I don't know about you, but I love to have something in my hands. So make sure that you have a great reference book. And then another great place to be able to get really good knowledge is the Loop, okay? The Loop is exclusive for members only. Okay, so everybody underneath our umbrella is invited into the Loop. So you should have gotten a link sent to that, but I will also put it here in the chat if you need that. Got it right here. So if you're not part of it yet, this is a great place for information. So the cool thing about this, and what people tell me is one of their favorite things about having their doTERRA account with us, is the fact that the education is phenomenal. All of the recordings live here. So all of our Wellness Wednesdays, you can access them. I think it's, gosh, from at least the past 5 years are all accessible here. So you can easily search and be able to look for specific recordings, and everything is there. So if you missed one of the live calls, everything is going to be accessible in the Loop. You can also ask questions there. We have a whole team of experts that can answer your questions. But one of the best things is that all of those Wellness Wednesday recordings live here in the Loop. So you can access them. And we've covered like every single topic. And so you're bound to find something there. Or if you're getting a little trouble, ask the person who invited you or who enrolled you, and they can definitely get you the recording. It's phenomenal. So remember that your oils, they are plants, right? These are strictly extracts from plants that we use. It's what the plant uses to thrive and survive in nature. And so just like a salad, all right, a nice mixture. And I will say that one oil has many uses. When you read through the book, you're like, oh, wow, this can do this and this and this and this and this and this. It's amazing, right? We have some major Swiss Army knives like peppermint, of course, like your lavender, your frankincense. Those ones are really key that just knock it out of the park with as far as like what they can do to support your wellness. But just remember that you're going to get so many additional side benefits. And one problem can be addressed by different oils. Okay. So, like I said in your reference book, if you're going to see that there's 5 different options for your health concern, don't feel like you have to use all 5. I do encourage you, though, to keep the body guessing. I always say, different essential oils have different constituents. So, like, if you feel like you've just been using lavender for everything for calming all the time, I challenge you to change it up, get out of your routine. Or if you're always diffusing lavender, I was doing that in our kitchen. I was always diffusing lemongrass and lavender. Like that was just our go-to. And it got kind of boring. And you almost get like you don't smell it the same way that you used to because you're diffusing it all the time. And so changing it up, that's going to really awaken your senses. And remember that different oils have different constituents. So you're going to get, just different benefits, just like a salad or just like whatever your daily diet, what you're eating. Variety is key, right? We always encourage variety. It's the same way with your essential oils. And don't get overwhelmed. Like you can't go wrong. Okay. Nothing's going to blow up when you're using your essential oils. You can easily combine different ones together. And just remember it's a journey. So don't try to change and do everything all at once. It's a journey. So being able to get comfortable step by step is really important. Okay, so let's talk about what you need to know about oil safety. Is there anything you shouldn't mix together? How exactly do you use your oils? And like, let's say you bought a starter kit, like, a lot of people like to kind of dip their toe into doTERRA and try like the healthy start kit that has these smaller little sampler sizes of the oils. And so that's great because then you can kind of figure out which ones you're using the most, and then you can log in to reorder. But um, you almost also don't want to feel overwhelmed of like, well, how do I log in? How do I get on guard or breathe? Because then we're going to be using those, so much more in the winter. I'll show you how to do that. Okay, so let's talk about the power of diffusing. So remember that what we smell changes how we feel, right? I mean, just today, my mom and I were at the thrift store. We're trying to find like old vintage, like Christmas ornaments and little teacups to make little Christmas displays out of and things like that for our design department. And we were in there. Whew, we were in there for like a good half hour, maybe 45 minutes. And both of us were just like, oh, like whatever's going on in here, like I have such a bad headache. And my mom's like, I have a headache too. Like that smell was just so strong and overpowering that it felt very draining. Like I could not last any longer than 30 minutes in there. Or like when I walk into, I just taught a class earlier this evening at a yoga studio. And so she uses doTERRA essential oils. She's got the motion activated diffusers going. And so when I walked in, I'm like, oh, right. Instantly, it smells like a spa. I feel relaxed. It's a very pleasing environment. That is the power of diffusion. So making sure you have your diffuser. Remember, this is so easy to be able to really get comfortable using your essential oils. Whenever someone gets a starter pack, I always make sure they have a diffuser because it's almost the most fun way to be able to get comfortable incorporating your essential oils into your daily routine. So this is your crock pot for your essential oils, okay? So you're going to fill to the water line. Each diffuser has a kind of like a different little level or recommendation. And then we have lots of diffuser recipes. They're all over the place, especially our Facebook groups. I know sometimes people are like, I don't do Facebook. Well, you know what? You don't have to do Facebook, but you should definitely do our Facebook groups because there's just so much good content in there. So I don't know if there's a way to do that or just kind of like limit yourself to that Facebook group, but it is gold. Okay. So lots of diffuser recipes in there at the beginning of every single month. I always do like, the whole month of fresh diffuser recipes, always looking for something different. But generally, it's going to be about 4 to 10 drops of the oil in the diffuser. So the water goes in first and then your oils. You might find it's easier to like keep a carafe of water and your favorite oils like next to the diffuser so that it's easy. So just remember when you get your oils, even though the packaging is beautiful from doTERRA, um, don't just keep them in the box or like keep them in a drawer or like in a cabinet because you're definitely not going to use them. Okay. So you want to have them out. You want to have them sitting out. They are pretty. They are beautiful bottles. Like anytime someone comes over, they're like instantly attracted to them. And so keep them out next to the diffuser. I try to keep like maybe, 4 or 5 right next to the diffuser. We don't want to put like a whole slew unless you've got like I have a nice little spinner in the kitchen that has them, but we don't want it to get overwhelming, right? So put some of your favorites for that week, maybe right next to the diffuser and have that water there just so it's easy to fill up. You want to clean your diffuser. Ideally, we would say clean 1 to 2 weeks, but for me, I'm like, gosh, if you can just do it once a month, that's going to make a huge difference. Like for me with my diffuser, like when I refill it, at least once a week, I like to just kind of like wipe things out, kind of rinse it out a little bit. And then once a month, I'll do the full serious cleaning with the white vinegar. Another great thing to do, another tip that I just learned of how to clean it is to be able to fill it up with warm water, not hot, but like warmer than you normally would. And then put like 5 or 6 drops of tea tree in there and let that run for about 10 minutes. And that does wonders for cleaning a diffuser. So I've had really great success with that. So that's diffusing. Okay, again, that's kind of like the first way to get comfortable using your oils. And then applying oils to the body. So that's another, you probably learned the different ways to use your oils. You're using aromatically, topically, and internally. So when we're putting them on your skin, okay, we're applying right to the area of concern. We're going to cover dilution, some safety tips, how to make a roller ball. That's always really fun. I always love to do that at classes or when people come to my house. And then even baths, like someone today just said, I didn't know that you could take a bath with essential oils. It's incredible. I always recommend, Epsom salts are so incredible to help to like remineralize the body and recalibrate. So it's so great to be able to take a bath with Epsom salts. You can also do this in the shower if you're not a bath person, but put your essential oils on the Epsom salts first, okay? And then put them in the tub. That way that they will actually sink down into the bottom of the bathtub and you'll get a longer lasting benefit than if you just sprinkled the oil along the top of your bath. It's actually going to kind of like evaporate and you're not going to be able to smell it or you're not going to enjoy it as much either. So get those oils on the Epsom salts and then put them in the bath or in the shower. Like for me, I prefer to take a shower, but I just love that little extra bit of self-care. So I'll sprinkle the Epsom salts on the floor of the shower with some essential oils and just stand there and just let my body be able to absorb all those minerals from the Epsom salts and the benefits of the essential oil. So it's a great way to do it. Okay, so when we are using and applying topically, we want to be able to layer in the fractionated coconut oil. It's great, obviously, for all ages, but especially when we're talking about like anybody. This is kind of like anybody with like thinner skin. Okay, so like think about like babies, children, the elderly, or when we're working with animals, or any kind of a hot oil. On Guard, peppermint, deep blue, oregano, cinnamon, and clove. Or if you get oil in a sensitive area, flush it out with your oil, not water. Okay, if you get essential oils in a place that you don't want to have them or you accidentally put them, the best way to dilute it down is with coconut oil. Okay, I actually had this happen in one of my classes. I was like talking about peppermint, and I'm like, make sure that you don't put it too close to your eye. We don't want it to get in your eye. And there was a little boy there, and he, I know, heard me talk about getting it in your eye. And I don't know, there's just an age where kids are like, let me try that. So he like put the peppermint in his eye, and immediately the mom wanted to like rinse it out with water. And I said, well, don't do that because what the water will do will make the peppermint spread even more. So we actually put some coconut oil and we massaged the coconut oil around the eye, and that actually relieved that heat of the peppermint. Okay. So it's a great thing to have on hand. Just a couple pumps. My ratio is always 3 to 1. So the coconut oil is available on the dōTERRA website, and you can also get this little pump also, which is super handy. I love this because this is in my bathroom all the time. Obviously, when I'm applying my oils topically, it makes it really easy. It's also great when you are filling up a roller ball. You can just literally just pump this right in instead of trying to squeeze it into the roller ball. That gets really messy. And this is also my makeup remover. So I don't want to use any chemicals on my face. And so I will just take the coconut oil on like a little cotton pad and then just wipe all, like it's amazing for removing eye makeup. So something great and natural, and again, going to be really great and hydrating for the skin. I love fractionated coconut oil because it's not heavy, it's not sticky, it doesn't have a smell to it. So if you're like, okay, well, I have other carrier oils, like maybe it's a avocado oil or a sesame oil or jojoba, that's totally fine. But I would say most universally, the coconut oil is going to be the best accepted just because it's nice and light. It's not too heavy. And again, no fragrance. So when we apply topically, and this was a hard thing for me to understand when I first got started with using my oils, because I was like, I don't want to use a coconut oil. That's going to dilute it. Like, I want super strength. I want extra strength. I want it to be strong and apply it directly to my skin. And actually, using the fractionated coconut oil with your essential oil is going to actually make it more effective and longer lasting. So it's going to, again, make it that extra strength, a little extra power, because it's going to prevent those oils from flashing off. So when we put oils on our skin, we want to get that longer lasting benefit. The fractionated coconut oil is going to give those oils weight and keep them localized for a longer period of time, as you can see in this visual. So for me, once I saw this visual, I'm like, okay, I get it. I understand how important it is. So the three things that your fractionated coconut oil is going to do, it's going to protect against any kind of skin sensitivities. Again, just remember, especially like with younger children or older people who have like, that thinner skin, we want to be able to make sure that their skin is protected. And it's going to save you money. So like if I'm going to put like deep blue oil and give someone a back massage, if I layer in the fractionated coconut oil, and that ratio of 3 to 1, I can cover a larger surface area. Okay. My oil is going to spread and be a lot like creamier and flowier, and being able to cover the entire back. So I'm not going to use so much of my specific essential oil. Okay. And it's going to, again, have that longer lasting effect. So it's not flashing off and staying localized for a longer period of time. So it's actually a good thing diluting it down. I know that sounds crazy, but you're actually going to get a little bit more bang for your buck and a longer lasting benefit. Just like I said, do not drop essential oils in your nose, your eyes, and definitely not the ear canal. We want to be really careful of these areas. And we talked about, like, if you do get it in your eye, remember to use that fractionated coconut oil. There's no reason to put essential oils in your nose. I always recommend like just, inhaling, or they have like little nose inhalers and things like that that you can actually put the oils on. Sorry, I just had to do that. Be able to like inhale that way. Or like, let's say there is like something in your nose, like maybe there's like a zit in there and you're like, okay, I need to get some frankincense in there. We don't want to like do drops applied right in there. You can just either like put the oils on your finger and just massage into the nose, or like on a Q-tip, something like that. The same way with the ear canal. If someone has any kind of ear pain, you don't ever want to drop oils into there. I always recommend just massaging like around the ear canal, even like around the earlobe itself. But then also really great, which this feels just incredible. Even if you don't have any ear issues, I love to do this once in a while just for a little extra self-care, is put a couple drops on a cotton ball, and make sure that it's soaked in, and then put that into, your ear. Just remember like when you were little and you had an earache and had a little cotton ball in there. Now you just get a little extra perk of getting the essential oil on that cotton ball. So, and it works really, really well. It's so easily absorbed by the body, but isn't gonna, like, you're not gonna be in pain. Okay, fun thing, talking about making the roller balls. And this is why, like Jennifer said, make sure that you have your stickers, and, always having some empty roller balls on hand is great, because you just never know if you want to make something for traveling, or for a child that may not be feeling well, or maybe it's a neighbor that has some like digestive issues and you're like, I have the perfect oil. and you don't want to like just go give them your oil. But if you made them a roller ball, you would still have your oil and they would have relief, right? So always have these on hand. You can easily get them right on the doTERRA website. Or like for me, I buy these in bulk. I get like 48 at a time. Obviously those are available at like different oil sources, or if you like, if you want, especially if you want pretty ones, or obviously Amazon, you can get some roller balls there. Just make sure that they have a glass or metal roller on it. Okay. Otherwise, if it's plastic, especially if you're using like any kind of a citrus oil, it's going to break down that plastic. So make sure that it has that glass or the metal roller ball itself. So pick your recipe, super easy to find. Again, those Facebook groups are going to be golden for with some great recipes to be able to either use in the diffuser or in a roller ball. And what you're going to do is you're going to put your essential oils in first, follow the recipe, and then fill the rest with that fractionated coconut oil. And you want to fill all the way up to, I call this like the shoulders of the roller ball itself. So like right where this little indents are here, right when that starts to go in, you want to fill all the way up to there. And then when you put the top on, don't ever push it down with your hand like this, because that can push that roller down too far and it's not going to roll the way you want it to. So I push it down as far as I can. A lot of times it just locks right into place. But if it doesn't, when you screw on the top, you'll actually hear it and it will force it down to lock all the way down so you don't have anything dripping. But just double check to make sure that it's in. Oh, I have that right spot. Oh, there we go. In all the way, because you don't want to have it like sticking up too high and then having it leak all over your purse. That's bad. So, but super easy to screw that top on to make sure that it's staying in place. So much fun to do. This is one of my like favorite things. Like when friends come over or my kids' friends come over, they always ask if they can make roller balls. So let them play, let them have fun. If you're ever wondering like what is a good diffuser recipe, or what is good in a roller ball, I always recommend like either sampling it first, or just holding the two oils together like this, or three oils or whatever it is, and just smelling it. Like if it smells good here, it's going to smell good there. If it doesn't smell good here, it's probably not going to smell good there. Okay. So, and I always like recommend having like an oil journal, like write down, like, oh, I love when I use, Adaptive and Balance and Bergamot together. Right. And so write that down, and then you can like look through and be like, oh yeah, that's a great rollerball recipe. I have so many books that I've, journals and stuff that I filled up with all my essential oil goodness. It's so fun to look back at it now. So here's like recommendations. So people always ask, well, like how many oils or how full should I make it? And this really depends on the age. So if it's under 2 years, we recommend filling up a quarter of the bottle with essential oils and then filling the rest with fractionated coconut oil. If it's, otherwise it's a third, or you can do all the way up to a half. If you're 6 years or older, filling up with the essential oils yourself, and then the rest with the fractionated coconut oil. And it also kind of depends on what you're making, what oils you're using. If they do smell stronger in the bottle, maybe you don't need to fill it all the way halfway up with essential oils. I usually end up for myself doing about a third of the essential oils and then filling the rest with fractionated coconut oil, especially when we're talking about doTERRA, just because we just have that incredible potency, and I feel like it works and it's very effective. So make sure that your oils are part of your life. Once you have these roller balls made, or even some of your favorite oils, I always bring them to my massage therapist. And I made a blend and she just keeps it on the shelf for me. So whenever I come, that blend is already there and ready to go, because it's my favorite. I really don't want any other essential oil company on me, because I know doTERRA has the purity and the potency. So don't be afraid to bring them with you. I'm sure that they will actually be very pleased to be able to be using either a roller ball that you made, or one of your favorite blends, something like that, or some of your favorites, or just in a waiting room, using them. Just know that when you do and you're using them around other people, you're just going to bless so many more lives. It's awesome. And this is a great way. And I love this, especially when my kids were younger. I don't get to do this as often, except they do come in my room quite a bit and just ask to get some oils on their back. I give them about 5 minutes of just layering in about maybe 4 or 5 oils and just massaging them into their spine. Not like a big long massage, but it's amazing what the power of the oils can do on their own. It doesn't require you to be doing all the special massaging, just getting those oils on their back. It gives us a chance to have this time of contact and conversation. Human contact is so powerful. And I feel like now more than ever, it's so easy for everyone to kind of, even in our own house, of everyone kind of going their own way, right? With crazy schedules, and not everybody's at dinner, and someone's going here, someone's got a sporting activity, whatever. But when they actually are getting ready for bed and giving 5 minutes together, putting those oils on, makes such a huge impact. You can even do your massaging oils like into your jawline after dental work. Aroma Touch is one of my favorites for that. Just make sure, again, that they're out, that they're handy, that you're using them, talking about them. It's just such a fun journey. So, all right, let's talk about internal use. Okay, we talked about the aromatic and the topical, diving down into internal. And I was, the class I was teaching tonight, this woman's like, I don't know if I should be ingesting essential oils. And I'm like, gosh, if you ever had like a salad dressing or gum, or if you ever drink a soda or used a mouthwash, like those all have essential oils in them. Like understanding what essential oils actually are and how they're used in just everyday life, it's incredible. So you already have ingested essential oils, or if you've ever used like a zest of a lemon when baking or something like that, or I don't know, making a cocktail, you have ingested essential oils. Okay. And so know that when we talk about internal use of essential oils, we're only going to talk about doTERRA. We don't want you using an essential oil that you got at some, in some big bin at some discount store and ingesting that. That will make you sick. But we know that our doTERRA oils are medical grade, right? And so we're talking about something that is safe for us, something that's going to benefit you, and super easy to incorporate into your routine. A couple ways that you can do this: adding to your water. That's probably one of the easiest ways. We only want to use glass or stainless steel when we're adding essential oils to our water. You can take it in a veggie cap. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Or we have some things already ready to go. I'm trying to think. I had the Tri-Ease out here, but somebody took it. It's a family favorite. We have a lot of our like top favorites already in a capsule form that is ready to purchase. So we're talking about like, okay, what can we do? Am I going overload? Am I using too many essential oils? Most likely not. Okay. So internal use, it's going to be 12 to 24 drops is going to be your max. I would say, I mean, I don't know about you, but I probably get somewhere around 6 to 8 drops on a daily, just because I do make a little soft gel in the morning, and then I always have oils in my water. So, I probably, maybe I get about 12, maybe 8 to 12, let's say that. And then orally underneath the tongue, we're going to say 4 to 18 drops, topical use 12 to 36 drops. I mean, that's a lot of oil, right? So don't ever worry about that. I think, like I said, it would take an insane amount for you to hit that maximum. Aromatic, of course, isn't an issue because it gets so diluted down as it's into the air. So that's never a concern. All right. So, incorporating again citrus oils. I meant to put a graphic here. It's missing. But some of my favorites, of course, lemon. This is your very first, like, kind of oils 101 of what you should be putting in your water. Wild orange, lime, tangerine, green mandarin is one that I've been liking lately. The Meta Power, right? This has just already mixed up with like the grapefruit, the peppermints in here, ginger, cinnamon. These are already in here, and so it's already blended up. So I'm getting a nice variety. But it's a great thing, especially your citrus oils, because remember that these are coming from the rind and not the juice. So we're not making the body acidic in any way. We're actually making the body more alkaline. And the more alkaline your body is, the better you can fight disease. So incorporating these in your water or in your tea, whatever it may be. I've had people even now like adding a drop of lemon or lime into their VMG, those vitamins, minerals, and greens into the liquid, and it just tastes so good. So that's another option for you. Here's the little veggie caps that we talked about, if you're wondering what a veggie cap looks like. And so this is something, my husband is so good about this and makes these capsules every morning with frankincense, lemongrass, and the DDR prime, which is DNA damage recovery. So I'm so blessed that he makes one for himself and he makes one for me. And he wakes up a little bit earlier than me, so I'll just find it like sitting next to my sink in the bathroom. And very endearing. But I love it. That's just really being proactive about your health and wellness. But this is a great allergy recipe also. So this is one that you can either put in the diffuser, you can make this into a roller ball, or you can take these internally with the lemon, lavender, and peppermint. Lemon, the reason why these three oils are so effective for allergies is because lemon actually helps to break up mucus. Lavender is a natural antihistamine, and peppermint helps with opening up those airways. Okay, so those three work together really well. Remember when I talked about like a already ready form of the essential oil? On Guard, this is On Guard Plus. Okay, so the capsules or the soft gels have a little bit more going on than, I don't want to say just the essential oils, but in here we have the addition of the black pepper and the oregano and melissa in here. So this is incredible for just winter protection. Or I like if I'm traveling in the summer, I'll make sure that we're taking our On Guard capsules about a week before we go anywhere, and then continuing to take it on vacation. Copaiba, this is a great soft gel for any just helping with healthy inflammatory responses. And then Tri-Ease. So remember when I talked about the lemon, lavender, and peppermint? This now is in capsule form, so you don't have to make those soft gels. This has the lemon, lavender, and peppermint in it. Seasonal blend. This has been my two daughters' favorite supplement because they struggled with allergies so bad, especially when we go up north. And so anytime they took anything that was over the counter, they just had this medicine head. And nothing's worse than being on vacation and feeling groggy and like you've got, kind of this cloudy head because of the medications that you're taking. So this Tri-Ease works really, really well. No matter kind of what one of my daughters has like more of an outdoor allergy, and my other daughter has more of like an indoor allergy. I don't know what it is, but with some sort of like dust or something in the pillows in our room on vacation. But the Tri-Ease nonetheless works really well. Another great product is the throat drops. So On Guard throat drops, we always have these on hand. These are always in my car. This, of course, has the On Guard oils. It works so well for just when you feel that like first tickle in your throat of like, oh no, I could get sick, right? They're really great for that. They taste really good too. So even sometimes, like for me, I've been talking and this is my second class that I've been teaching, so you can tell like I'm kind of losing my voice. I love to be able to have like the breathe drops or the ginger. The ginger ones are great because it's like ginger and lemon together. So, and I love ginger, so it's great for digestion, but these are great just to kind of have on hand all the time. I would say the breathe is probably one of my favorites because it's so effective for helping to like just calm everything down in the chest. So it is a great natural way to do it. So we always recommend having these on hand. I just poured them into like a cute little candy, like a vintage glass candy container, and they sit out on the counter in our kitchen, and then even in my kids' bathroom so that they can just easily grab them as needed. Again, making sure that all your products are out and easily accessible so that they're not forgotten and that you're making good use of them. Okay, so let's talk about what is the best way to order your doTERRA products. So when we talk about like frequent flyer miles, and maybe you don't travel a lot. This could be a different analogy, but just go with me on this one. Okay, so let's say that you travel, maybe even 4 or 5 times a year, and it's really important, right? Remember when you're buying your ticket and they ask you like what's your frequent flyer number, we want to make sure that we get points for every flight that we take so that we can apply those points for free flights in the future, right? Or you make sure that you have the credit card that you whatever airline that you travel with, because we want to make sure that we're accruing and building up those points so that we can get free travel. And it's the same way with doTERRA. We have an awesome frequent flyer program so that when you are on a wellness journey and incorporating doTERRA into your daily routine, you get rewarded. And so we'll talk about what that means because it's incredible. Our rewards program, we call it LRP, or you can just remember it as the rewards program, is your ticket to earning points back and getting free product. So you always have the choice. When you log into your account with your username and password, you always have a choice if you want to do a one-time order or a rewards order. Okay, so no matter what, you're always going to get 25% off of the retail. But the awesome thing about the rewards program is that you get so many additional benefits. So it's the best way to get the deepest discounts and biggest savings with doTERRA. Okay, so the loyalty rewards program, it is for you if you have a rewards card to swipe at every grocery store in town. So let's say, I mean, for me, when I go to the grocery store, I always put in my rewards. So I put in my phone number, right? Because I want to earn points on my purchase. I can actually, those points that I accumulate, I get a discount on my gas. It's awesome. Or if you like the idea of earning enough miles to be able to get a flight for free, that's always fun. Or you use or can see yourself using doTERRA oils and supplements and everyday products enough to purchase just one item a month. Okay. So your rewards basically cart is going to have products in it and you can change it every single month. But one thing has to ship each month. Okay. So I'll show you a little bit what that looks like, but you can watch your points add up and basically you can cash them in for free product. It's so easy to do. And there's so many great perks about it. So this is the way that the rewards program works. So for the first 3 months that you're in it and you're doing a rewards order of 50 PV or product value or more, you are going to earn 10 points on your purchases for those first 3 months. So let's say, you did a 100 PV order, and 100 PV is also a great sweet spot because you get free shipping that way. And so you're going to be getting 10 points, right, for those first 3 months. And I'm just doing 100 PV so that I can do the math very easily for you. And then 4 to 6 months, you're going to get 15% back. And every 3 months, you can see it increases by 5% all the way up to 30% back after a full year. Okay. So that's what I love about doTERRA. Like the more loyal you are to doTERRA and really thinking about shifting your spending, people will say to me sometimes, like, I don't have like more money to spend on doTERRA. And I always tell them, the best thing is like you can actually just shift your spending. Think about where you're spending your dollars now and the products that you're using and put those into doTERRA because we're a lifestyle company. We have everything that you need for your home, for your family, for your whatever health concerns you have. doTERRA has the answer, whether it's cleaning products or self-care products, obviously our supplement system. I always tell people really focus on that foundational health and wellness. Always have that in your rewards cards. Let those points accumulate and then cash those in for your free product. Because where else do you go that you can, that you're buying your supplements from, that they're going to give you 30% back every single month on your purchase, plus free shipping anytime it's over 100 PV. So it's so incredible. Like I'm always amazed. I'm looking, I'm like, oh my gosh, like I have 200 points that I get to cash in. This is incredible. Like, it feels like Christmas. You get to bing, 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 pick out all these fun things. My husband absolutely loves it because we get free things like free toothpaste. I like to sometimes just make him happy of getting free stuff for the house. So like free toothpaste, free personal care, free dishwasher, not dishwasher, the laundry detergent. I love that. So getting those free things makes him so happy. So that's a great way to be able to do it. And I just, like I said, I love the rewards program. I don't know anywhere else that you can go. I mean, I'm even pretty loyal to like Target because I have a Target card, but they're only giving me 5% off, 5%. And here I'm getting 30%. And I do find that I save a lot of money this way because I'm making my purchase with doTERRA. I'm getting all of our personal care products right here from doTERRA. And I'm not going into the Target anymore or the Walgreens and, seen other things while I'm there, like for toothpaste, and end up leaving the store spending, over $100. This way, I'm very conscientious and I'm focused on what I'm purchasing from doTERRA. I'm getting that free shipping. It's getting delivered right to my door. I'm not making any silly purchases, and I'm earning points back on every purchase. Okay, so think about those healthy swaps. Definitely check out like the doTERRA website. They make it so fun. I'll show you a little bit like what that looks like when you start to navigate, but it's so incredible what they offer for you to easily have a healthy routine. Don't, again, remember, don't try to do everything at once. That can be really overwhelming. But try to maybe narrow it down either by like one habit that you want to focus and work on, excuse me, or maybe it is going to be maybe one area of the house. So, okay, we're going to go into the kitchen and we want to make sure that we're using the best dishwasher soap, that we're like the dish soap, that's going to be safe for everybody in the home. And we want to be able to clean counters with the abode because we know that it's very effective and it isn't going to be harmful to anybody. We want to wash our hands with either the abode or the on guard because it's going to be so helpful for our health and wellness to keep us healthy throughout the winter and not strip our hands or our body of losing any of the good bacteria so that we can stay healthy. So you see what I mean? And trying to narrow that down. Or a really easy change is to change your toothpaste. I love the Supermint toothpaste. Our whole family loves it. It tastes great. It has a natural whitening. And people ask me all the time, like, what do you use on your teeth? It's doTERRA. So, or the mouthwash. Oh my gosh, the mouthwash is great. So again, just dive in, even look at like the skincare, hair care. There's so much fun stuff. And making those swaps one at a time is going to be extremely effective. One really cool thing that we have that's fairly recently new, which might almost seem too good to be true, is our referral program. So basically, you have a friends and family special discount link that you can share with anybody that you're talking to. So I recommend like capturing your link. I'm sure you've seen this if you logged into your account. There is a link there, and I'll show you in case you don't see it where you can grab it from. Save this in the notes in your phone so that when you have that roller ball out, in the waiting room, or your massage therapist is using the Deep Blue or the Aroma Touch on you and asking, "Oh my gosh, this smells so good. Where do you get this?" You can share your link with them. And when you do that, everybody wins. Okay. So they get to purchase whatever products they want. There's no requirement on them that they have to spend a certain amount to be able to get a free wholesale account. As long as they're using their link or your link, they get a free account. Then they get 25% off of the retail, just like you do. They will have their own account then. They can log in, they can order whatever they want. They get folded into our community of education and support. So like you don't have to think like, oh no, now I'm, doing doTERRA as a business. I don't know if I want to do this. This is such a great way for you to be able to just talk with people about the products that you love. They're getting an awesome discount and a free account with doTERRA, and you are getting 20% of their first initial purchase back in cash. Okay. It's different than doTERRA points. It's actual legitimate cash with no restrictions on how you want to be able to use that money. You can use it for shipping. You can use it for any special items that's like sometimes our points don't work, like for the supplements or something like that. This is straight up cash. And so the more you talk about it, of course, obviously, the more doTERRA cash you're going to get. And it's something super easy to do. I mean, I don't know about you, but I'm sharing links with people all the time. Either something that I bought on Amazon, or a restaurant that I just went to, or a vacation place, or whatever it may be. We're always giving people recommendations, right? And so why not bless more lives with doTERRA and just make everybody happy? And where else do you get a kickback like that? Like I share doTERRA. I mean, I share Amazon links all the time, and like I get nothing for that. There's no, no perk for me, but this is amazing. I think it's absolutely incredible. So where that is, when you log into your account, you'll actually have this like get my link. When you log in and you got that little person in the top right corner, just scroll down and you will see your link, and it will look something like this. Just copy and paste that whole thing. Save it in your notes. Trust me, there's going to be a time that you're having a conversation with somebody that they want to purchase something, and they're going to be so happy that you have the link all ready to go. It's super easy for them to see, like, oh my gosh, I'm going to get 25% off of everything I'm purchasing. And it's really user friendly for them to be able to shop and find the product. I absolutely love it. So definitely connect with the person who invited you to this call tonight. Thanks for hanging with me to learn all about it. And what I want to do is to be able to show you really quick where you're going to log in. Okay, so when you go to doTERRA.com, this is this little head right here where your account is. So if you've already placed your first order, sometimes people get confused about this and they think they need to create their account. You don't need to do that. Okay, so if you already got your first order, you're just going to go right to login. And the person who invited you again should make sure that you have all your login credentials. You can log in either with your email or doTERRA ID and your password, and then just click login. My computer just remembers me, so that's super easy to do, but there's a few great things. So when you log in, again, it's super easy to see. The website is so beautiful, but when you look at your account, you see here down at the bottom, this share and earn, that's where you're gonna get your link. You can also, like I have somebody who just signed up on Sunday and she wants to be able to see where her order is. Well, you can click on order history here, and this will be able to give you all of your tracking. Okay, so you can click on the order, you can track it. Look at this, my order in October. I cashed in 173 points. I got a whole bunch of free product on that one. It was so fun. But you can see where all the times that I cash in points for free product. It's so cool. I just absolutely love it. But when you shop, it's broken down by category. Very easy for you to, again, think about your new wellness journey and healthy lifestyle and habits that you want to change or incorporate. And you can be able to navigate. Ooh, why is it not doing it? Why is it being tricky? It might be my computer. It's kind of slow. But when you click on shop, it's not easy, is it? Maybe it's because I'm sharing my screen. Over here. But there you can be able to look at like sun care or supplements, personal care, your essential oils. You can look at all products. You can look at essential oils are broken down by like most popular essential oils if you're wondering what to get, or the sleep system, digestive system, all sorts of great stuff here. Again, very, very easy to be able to navigate and like look at hair care, look at skin care. The abode line, this is so, I always encourage people, like, think about how you're cleaning your home, how people are washing their hands. This is such a great, like, abode is phenomenal. The cleaner concentrate is one of my absolute favorite things. You pour this into where is the spray bottle? Right here. So I get the spray bottle. And so you pour this little multi-purpose cleaner concentrate in here, and you fill the rest with water. And it is incredible. It lasts for a long time. It's super effective. We spray down all our surfaces and even down on like on the floor and stuff like that when we're wiping something up. But I'm in love with the abode line. So when you're thinking about like cleaning, this is a great place to start. So hopefully that answers all of your questions. Let me just double check and see. Okay, all right. Does anybody have any questions right now? You feel good. And I would say one of the best things is to be a part of those Wellness Wednesdays. Make sure that you either jump on those calls live, because we always have door prizes at the end. It's a ton of fun. or catch the recording, because that is really, those are designed to support you and help you on your wellness journey. So we cover all sorts of different topics. And even if it's something that you think you've already mastered or already know, like you're like, oh, I'm a champ at sleep. I don't struggle with sleep at all. I encourage you to check in and watch those, because you're going to learn something. Like I said, I've been doing this for 8 years. I learn something every single time. At least one great tip, if not more, on that. I'm always learning something new. So congrats to you. Enjoy your doTERRA-ness and your wellness journey, and really just living that natural lifestyle. You now should feel so empowered. And any questions you have, we're always available. So you can message us, or again, ask the person who enrolled you. They are so excited and eager to support you on your wellness journey. Have a great night.